Here we are.
How are you doing?
AsOne Productions. This isn't the final, but it's kind of like the final.
It's top of the table clash.
It's the two best players that are here. Let's
And,
no offense intended
yeah,
to
yeah.
any of the other players that are
Well,
here.
me and Kamil are pretty even now, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've
Oh,
one
okay.
apiece.
I
One
stand
apiece.
corrected,
One
Shane.
apiece
I
now.
stand-
But definitely, I think Nate has the edge on everyone here. Nate, can we call him Nate or is it Nathan?
Yeah, Nathan is his name, but he has an actual YouTube channel. He's known as Zero. What's his name? Zero what?
What's your YouTube channel, Nathan?
Xerophobous. That's right.
Xerophobous.
Xerophobous. There it is. There. It's ZEROPHOBOUS for some home of FIFA content.
This man is going to teach you how to play FIFA off his YouTube channal.
But that's
No charge.
great. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's embarrassed everyone he's played tonight.
Yeah, I hate to predict matches. No, I love predicting matches. So I'm going to predict a 4-1 win to Nathan here.
Really?
4-1
You're
win.
that confident?
Yeah, I think you'll find Kamil is fairly defensive.
Okay.
He's going to keep it pretty tight at the start.
So the second half it'll open up.
Well, what the FIFA drives is once you get, if you're going to beat Nathan, I think you're going to have to beat him from the front, because once he goes ahead, you've got to
As you set up
you
counter attack.
have to get a little more attacking, and then you're going to open up your defense. And normally, anyone who plays online will know there's kind of 3 schools of FIFA,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
3 schools of FIFA. There is your guys who learned all the tips and tricks off forums, and they're going to play long diagonal balls to wingers in a 4-3-3 system. School 1. School 2 is possession football.
So,
Tiki-taka, think Barcelona. Keep the ball pinging around and wait for an opening to play through.
oh, he's true. Oh.
And the variation, which I think Nathan plays, is possession-based, but he's got all the little tricks. So he can take on 2-3 players as well.
He knows how to get around them. Yeah. Okay.
So
good.
he plays quite centrally. So he's not playing those long diagonals out the wings. He's playing quite centrally.
Okay.
But
Must
he
get a lot
has
of
a few.
success from it.
But he has a few tricks that take him by up there.
Okay.
And I think
So you're
we're
winning
Real
Dublin.
here. Let's do a check on who's
Real
Nathan?
is Nathan. He's Xerophobous. He's playing Real, and as far as I know,
Yeah, but
Kamil is
there's
playing
two- we've two-
Bayern. Oh.
No, we've two
Oh!
we've 2 Reals here in different jerseys.
Do we? Oh,
Yeah,
we do. Yeah. Sorry, I
so-
thought it was Bayern.
Nathan, what colour are you, man? What colour? Pink. So
He's the
Nathan's
pink.
and Kamil is white.
White. Right. Talking to a player in the middle of a match.
That's
no,
he
it's
does-
Street Fighter.
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
He doesn't
mind,
mind. So
yeah. I know he doesn't mind.
Right. So he's not white. He's the other guy. Yeah. All right.
He's
Okay.
he's saying pink. It is kind of pink. It is pink. It's a pink jersey.
Right. Actually, had him as pegged as white. So white Rail is doing well. Doing well.
Doing well. You'll see if you look at the mini map. A lot of
Yeah.
players don't use the mini map, but
Yeah.
you got to.
Top players do, yeah.
You have to use the mini map.
Okay.
But if you look at all the pink, look where they are. His striker is about 20 yards from his goal. You'll notice.
Yeah.
So which means he's keeping it tight early on.
And then what? You change the tactics mid-game?
He change tactics mid-game. If he goes a goal up, you won't see that anymore.
Will he wait until he goes a goal?
He'll wait.
You
I
reckon?
don't want to preempt him, but against me, certainly waited until he went to goal. I think he waited until he went 2 up, and then he did that.
Right.
And then it was annihilation.
Or he picked you off. You were,
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
pressing
yeah.
then. Yeah. Doing what Real usually do. Get a goal
So
and
you
then
see him now. He's got a
punish.
little. He's going to hold it in midfield. He's patient. Like watch
Yeah,
this.
he's waiting for the formation to develop for him.
He's
yeah.
waiting. He's pulling it back.
Yeah.
He's pulling it back.
A little chip in didn't work that
Little
time.
anxious there, but normally you'll see him just hang around 25 yards out and wait for somebody to make a run.
Wow. We'll try to decide whether or not when we do the round robin and we get top 2, we'll have a final event. It might be good for a hype. I think I might do that.
Final event, yeah. Final.
A final. Top 2
Yeah,
go
yeah.
against the final. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do.
League format with a final. Championship football is what we're talking here.
That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And I was talking to himself there, Nathan, during the competition there. He was saying that the way they do it in competition online is there's so many teams to pick from. And once you pick a team,
You can't pick them again.
you can't pick them again.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
That, I
kinda-
think we're going to adopt that next time.
That's
so that
kinda
we won't
nice,
get the
yeah.
Real
Well,
versus Real versus
from a
Bayern.
spectator point of view, it's probably a bit more interesting as well. Otherwise, you're just watching Real
But
and
it also
Bayern
does
all
a bit
night.
of balancing. It also does a bit of balancing in the game because the better players will pick a lesser team in the game early stages to try keep their good
And it
teams
gives other
for
people the opportunity to beat those guys.
correct. So I think it's
Yeah,
a really
yeah.
good mechanic, and it's thoughtful play in competitive tournament.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
was he saying? Now, are you going to play the more? Is it just can't pick the same team again, or is it required to pick different star teams, which I've seen done as well? So you do.
Oh, he wasn't happy there. Wasn't happy. The salt's coming out. Love it. What he was saying was that they usually do groups, and they follow the FIFA sort of format, somewhat. So they do groups, and then you can pick a team. And if you pick a team in a group, you can't pick them in the knockout stages. So, but if you lose your first match, you should pick a good team for your second match. And because there's usually 4 in a group, you only play 3 matches.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, so depending on how good you are, how confident you are, I think it adds an element to the game that I like, which is that guys can't just play Real Madrid and become good at the game.
Yeah.
In order to compete competitively, you have to play the game.
Expand your skill set a little bit. Yeah,
you need
yeah,
to get
yeah,
and be
yeah.
able to beat
Yeah,
Real
yeah,
with a
yeah.
Dortmund, or beat them with another team, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it works quite well. We're going to implement it next time, for sure.
So we have quite a pensive 0-0 here.
Yeah, it's been a few. In fairness to Nathan, he's gotten through more times than the other guy.
Yes.
He seems more keen to, as you were saying, just playing around and trying to play the past players. He always seems to
Now he
get
has
better
this.
interception.
Yeah. So when he is on the attack, you see his defenders are on the halfway line, which most standard FIFA setups will be like that. And for basic tactics, if you just change the default tactics without messing too much with what's behind the scenes in FIFA, you can just use the D-pad to go, attack or defend, or all out attack or all out defend, and that will change your players' positions on.
Okay.
the field.
So if you're in possession, you can hit up on the D-pad, and then you're into an attack.
Yeah,
or
so it's
something
right. It's
similar.
right. It's right and left on the D-pad.
All right, okay.
So right is more attack and left is
More defensive. Okay.
And generally, like
I think I'd be mashing that now if I was on. It's like, defend.
Yeah, but so if you want your players to kind of press their back forward to pass it around,
Okay.
you can just nip it forward real quick. You can do it in game. You don't have to go back into the menus to do it. So that's kind of
Handy. Yeah.
probably underused, as casual players underuse that a little
I
bit.
would say competitive players use it all the time.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Change the dynamic of the way in which they interact with each other, yeah. For sure.
And it's on the fly, which is kind of good.
And when it does, how long does it last? You said.
No, it's until you change it again. So there's
Right, okay. And can you
so-
go neutral again? Or is
you
there...
go neutral. There's a neutral. It's called balanced. Yeah, it's the default when you start a game. It's balance.
Right,
And
okay.
then you have 3 levels either side. 3 levels defense. 3
Okay.
levels attack.
Okay. Oh, it's a good through ball. He's through in the middle. Is he going to score? Oh, good sliding tackle. Handball. Dirty. Oh no, it's half time. Is it?
See, possession was
Yeah, half-time.
43.
They didn't give us the stats to talk about.
It was 43 to 57.
Right,
I
okay.
always glance quickly at the possession stats. Other thing about playing the possession style versus the long diagonals and the very direct style is your players do fatigue through the match.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the player that has.
Oh, it's a good goal.
There you go.
Takes the first blood to Nathan.
Yeah, bit of a choppy. Now, this is where the game will change now.
Yeah.
Altogether.
So you reckon he'll go more defensive?
Well, what you'll see is more than likely, well, maybe not immediately because we're early in the second half, but Kamil will probably, as time goes on, need to get more attacking.
Yeah.
If you don't see him pause it and change the formation, he will be using his D-pad to go all out attack, and that's when Nate will start to change his dynamic a little bit here, and he'll become more direct. And you'll see. I still the 4-1 is on here. I think my prediction is still good here.
Still good, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I wouldn't change it.
Okay, good. Good, I like that.
See, you're going long now. That's the first long ball you saw Nate play today.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You're very clever.
He hasn't played one since.
No. He hasn't played it. That's the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one. Yeah.
He went 1-0 up and then he started doing long ball.
Yeah.
I like that. Shows that this game can be played properly, competitively. I wasn't quite sure. Obviously we've seen other people play it, but how the dynamics work, we didn't know. So it was a learning experience for us.
This is actually good spectator FIFA we're seeing here. Like, I always think that the lads, as I said, it's played the kind of different kind of buckets of play there. Like when you're watching the long diagonals,
Can it get boring?
Well, you can probably find more goals, but it's less exciting to watch in that like you're watching the same play over and over.
Oh, that's a good goal. He's up 2-0 now. Your prediction wasn't too bad, yeah. I think Kamil will score though.
Kamil is good enough to score here.
Yeah.
Kamil's a tidy player, yeah.
What are we on? 57 minutes. So it's a good half an hour of gameplay left anyway.
Gameplay half hour, yeah.
Yeah. 3 minutes or whatever it is.
This is actually on here. I would play it out right here. His player ran offside there. He would have
over.
played that first time, but his striker ran offside, so it wasn't on.
Right. And do you run the players with commands through ball, or is it?
So there's a couple of I don't know, like your audience here, how casual they are versus competitive. If they're competitive, they'll find this quite boring. But if you're casual, a couple of basic things in FIFA have been there for years. They haven't changed them. If you hold, there's a trigger button. If you hold L1, like L1, let's call it on a PlayStation controller, so the top trigger left side, and play a pass, and that can be a lob pass or a straight pass. If you do that, the passing player makes a run, and he will overlap.
Right.
Doesn't matter where he is. That could be a centre half. It could be a fullback. Whatever you want to do. So you have L1 pass. Player makes a run on.
Give you an overlap and give you the opportunity for 1-2 or around player. Okay.
Now what you'll see that is really commonly used on the wings. So this he didn't L1 there, but he L1 there. His player ran ahead of the ball he played.
Yeah.
See him going up there. His midfielder is playing. Is gone up as a striker.
Waiting for the through ball. Yeah.
Now that does a couple of things. If the defensive player doesn't react, which Kamil knows what he's doing, obviously. So Kamil did. He dropped the player back.
Okay.
But that gives more space in midfield then. So you can go with the runner and defend the run, but that's going to open up space.
And allow
so even if you're not planning to make that pass, you can make the run because it draws a player away from you, and you got space there. And that's quite a basic tactic.
Of it, yeah. The bread and butters, as we
That's
used to
bread and
call
butter stuff. Yeah. Now, if you're doing that, if you're quite attacking, like say for example, Kamil 2-0 down here, you might see him do that with his fullback because he'll be taking chances.
Right.
But if you're doing that with your fullback early on in the game, you're basically taking a defender way up the pitch. And you're
can leave yourself open,
that's rookie stuff.
Okay.
You don't really do that with your fullback early doors.
Okay. Oh, it's a good comeback. It's the first return, 2-1. I'm glad he scored now, if I'm being honest. It's just something I wanted to see. I want to see a bit of competition.
Yeah, it's getting a bit serious now.
They're all going into the strategies.
5-3-2 he wants now. He doesn't want to give up another goal. Quite defensive now.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I feel insulted now because he's doing that against Kamil. He didn't do that against me. He obviously rates Kamil.
Well,
I'm a little insulted now.
Did you? Was it this early in the game?
Well, we were 1-1 for a period.
Okay.
I was never ahead. I give him that. It was 1.
So he didn't feel threatened by you, but he feels
even
threatened
even at 1-1, he didn't feel threatened by me. But at 2-1, he feels threatened by Kamil.
Right. Okay.
So Kamil's got more game.
74 minutes. So time's running out. Oh. Never runs out. In relation to the tackling and the fouls given, what way does the AI work with it? Or?
Well, this is actually interesting, and I don't know this for a fact, as in at a coding level, right? But what my experience is, the referees have personalities.
Really?
So if you like say get cleaned out in a sliding tackle early on, right?
Yeah.
And it's like just a free. And you know from looking at FIFA that's normally a yellow card.
Okay.
You'll actually find that you'll get away with more. You'll get away with more jersey tugs. Right. You'll get away with more rougher tackles. And if I see that early on, the ref tends to be consistent through the match, I think now. So I'm happy to be corrected online by that.
Okay.
But it feels like that.
We'll put that out one to the viewers. Get in touch with us if you think that's wrong. Let us know.
But the other thing is, if you do a little jersey tug early on, and it's a free straight away on first jersey tug. Yeah. You're like, if I slide tackle here, I'm getting a red, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you
the Premier League.
Yeah. Now you don't actually see that many sliding tackles really, but it's actually probably an underutilised tool.
I would do it all the time. I would be sliding tackle
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo would be injured before I would be finishing this game.
Yeah, maybe that's the way.
I'm telling you.
Maybe that's what.
I would be getting him out of the game ASAP.
Maybe that's how you play Nate. Maybe that's how you do it.
Just take out a star player.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's a viable tactic, but I can be sure I'd try it.
So, how we do? It's
85 minutes.
Yeah, I thought my
time's running out.
4-1's not looking good. Yeah.
2-1's a good
They
victory
might
for
get
him,
another
though.
one. Might get another one here.
I think he's playing well because he plays possession strategies. When he's ahead, it's the same principle as actual football. You can't score if they don't have the ball.
Yeah, it's a good tactic. Although it's funny, you rarely see when people are 2-0 up or 3-0 up pinging it around the back four. Now, obviously you can press up on the back four.
No, but he's keeping it in the corner. Look at him.
Yeah. This is sweaty enough
professional
stuff now.
play.
Yeah, but it's
Competitive
legal. This
play.
is legal. It's legal.
Yeah, tackle him if you want.
He was doing a few twirls there. You see other lads, if you hold R1,
Yeah.
it's like a protect button. So
Okay.
you can literally like stand over the ball and the guy has to kind of get around you and
Yeah.
your player will kind of protect the ball like you would see in real football, you know what I mean?
But
Like,
he was
he was doing a few
pirouetting
little-
it,
he
yeah.
was trying to entertain us a little there, I think, or maybe that's just
Okay.
a better way of doing it.
I'm just got to go over and do some TO duty.
Aaron, you
Derek, do you
sort
want
that
to
out.
play better there? Did it remotely. We're okay.
We're alright there.
We'll stay on the commentary. We're at
Remotely,
90
when you
minutes.
say remote, like you mean by pointing.
Well, I mean, you point with a laser. That's
Yeah,
what remote is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's good
close.
point. Good point.
Good point. We'll take the point.
Pun intended.
Oh, it's over. Nathan
that
takes
was
it.
the tightest match.
That was a good match.
Can we hear from the current league leader on his opinion there?
I just got to go talk to the guys there. Guys,
Great match.
I'm going to take 1 and 2 at the very end and make it play a final. All right? It's okay. So we're nearly at the end.
We're nearly at the end. We've only kind of one or two league matches left to play. But I think if I'm right, that will be a replay of the final because Kamil's only lost one. And does anybody else? I haven't looked at the league. Anyone know where the league is at? I don't know. Kamil's lost one. Shane has lost one. Nathan's lost none. Derek has lost 2, so he's out. And I don't know the other gentleman's name. Gonna hear from Nate now. It was a tough match, man. How'd that go?
Oh, the last few minutes were fucking.
Yeah. You were dominating possession though. I thought you were going to go more for the jugular. What was the?
Always, when it's 2-0, if it goes 2-1, don't take any chances.
Yeah, I saw you put 5 at the back then, quite quickly.
Like the music. Here we go. Is it still on there?
Yeah, go
Oh,
for it. Yeah. So talk us through your tactics there. You went when it went 2-1, you went 5 at the back.
Yeah.
So your logic there was protect the 2-1 there.
Pretty much, yeah, because when someone scores 2-1, they have the momentum.
It's
so,
hairy. It's
yeah,
hairy.
Everything is going to go for them pretty much.
Yeah.
So when I put a 5 at the back, I'm more defensively solid.
But you still maintain probably more possession even at 5 at the back, and you
Yeah.
probably had a couple of chances even
Yeah.
beyond. Like
No,
there was
there
never a possession problem there really. Through the
No,
match.
that's my main style of possession.
Yeah.
But the one thing is missing chances. Like the chances I missed
Yeah.
in that game. There's too many.
Camille, the best you played tonight
By far.
by far.
By far.
By far.
By far. I'm
That's-
sorry,
that's-
sir.
Yeah. No, that's okay. That's okay.
Really, really good player.
By far. Kamil, by the way, is Polish. Really nice guy. I
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
pre-match Ireland v Poland with
Oh, I
him.
don't
Pre-tournament. It's good crack. Really
Robbie
nice guy.
Keane.
Robbie Keane scored for Ireland. Lewandowski scored for Poland. It was a classic. It was a classic.
If Robert Keane scores, it's not a classic. Spacer.
So I think we've only 1 or 2 round robin matches left, have we, Aaron?
Now,
You're on again. This must be your last one.